Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be comparing two rides which are very similar rides because they're both Gerstlauer Euro-Fighters, and that is of course Soar and Rage. I most recently went on Rage at Adventure Island, and yeah, I'm going to be comparing it to Soar because yeah, they do get compared quite a lot. But sadly, I haven't been on speed no limits, so I can't review that. But yeah, let's get into it. So, Soar and Rage are obviously at two completely different parks. Soar is at Thorpe Park, whereas Rage is at Adventure Island. And they both are Gerstlauer Euro-Fighters, but they have different layouts and completely different themes. Soar is like, well, obviously themed to Soar franchise. Whereas Rage, I don't really even know. I don't think it's really got a theme. Some sort of superhero? I don't know. But in terms of the ride experience, we're going to start with Soar because Soar has a very good indoor section. It's very good. I do enjoy it. However, obviously Rage doesn't have that indoor section. It just goes straight out of the station and up the lift hill. But Soar's indoor section, obviously you have that small drop that's very steep but very small. But that is a great small little drop. It kind of comes out of nowhere. I mean, I'm expecting it, but it always delivers a great feeling. I don't know what it is about it. It's just great. Then you bank up into a mid-course brake run where you're sprayed with air. Is that possible? Whatever. Yeah, you're sprayed with air. You bank down into a barrel roll, and that gives some pretty good hang time. And obviously you come out round at the base of the lift hill. So this is where the rides are obviously similar. Now, Soar is a bit taller. Rage is only 22 meters, which I think is like 72 foot, whereas Soar's 100 foot. So, Rage's lift hill is a bit slower, which I think makes it feel like it's taller than it is. But I think I do prefer Soar's. I'm comparing lift hills. I want to talk about the drop. Now the drops on these two rides, I think Soar's drop is better as it is longer, it is steeper. I think it just is better. But not to say that Rage's is bad or anything. It is still pretty good. And then they both have an inversion. Soar goes into an immelment, but Rage goes into a vertical loop. Soar's immelment is nothing really special, in my opinion. At the bottom of the drop there is like a jolt. That kind of hurts. But Rage's loop gives some great hang time, and it's pretty smooth. Just quickly, about smoothness. I would say that Rage is smoother than Soar. Only just though. But the way Soar has been running this year has been really good. Like, past years it's been awful. Like, yeah. But it's actually running very well this year, so, yeah. But then, on Soar, you go down into an overbank, which I think is a pretty decent part of the ride. Again, it's nothing really special. But with Rage, you go into like a extreme overbank. But no, you go into this sort of I don't know, what's it called? It's called something. Which is good. It's a little bit sort of whippy in a bad way, like the transition out is a bit weird, but it's not rough. It's just a bit jolty, I guess. So I would take Soar's sort of overbank, if you could call it that, over Rage's. Or Rage's. Oh, one moment. Rages is kind of, yeah, whatever. But then with Soar, you bank down into an airtime hill. You don't bank down into an airtime hill. You go down and then you rise up into an airtime hill, and that airtime hill is insane. Like, you get some pretty good airtime on that. I mean, I'm usually stapled, so, but like if I'm not, yeah. But with Rage, you rise up, you bank, and then you go into a barrel roll. That is good. That gives some good hang time. Again, hang time. I think Rage has quite a lot of it. But with Soar, you then bank down. You don't bank down. You go down, and then you bank up into a mid-course brake run. Whereas with Rage, you kind of bank down and into a very whippy transition, which is like really whippy, like in a good way this time. Whereas on Soar, you drop down, and that actually delivers some, I would call it airtime. Well, it is, because the mid-course brake run doesn't slow you down, so you just, yeah. And then you go into a dive loop. That can be a bit headbangy sometimes, but I keep my head forward on that, and I'm alright. And then with Rage, you have a helix as the last element. Now, it hasn't really got much force on that helix. It kind of slows down, but it's still a decent end to the ride. And then with Soar, you bank up into the brakes. You don't. You go up. You banked up, and then you go into the brakes. But that jolt into the brakes is not good. Oh, I don't like that. Kind of sort of just, it's just uncomfortable. Whereas with Rage, it's kind of a slow transition into the brakes. I would take Rage as it's not uncomfortable, but if Soar executed it a little bit better, it would be better. And then yeah, you kind of both go around into the station. So which one do I prefer? Well, when I first came off Rage, I thought, yeah, that's better than Soar. But I think the way that Soar's been running this year, I'm gonna have to give it to Soar, because it's just got a bit more going on in the layout. I mean, Rage, it does pack a punch. Not really a punch. It does pack in a lot of stuff for how short it is. But I think Soar is just a bit better. But I might do this again next year if I've ridden Speed No Limits. I might compare all three of them, and we'll see. But at the moment, I prefer Soar. But yeah, you can put your opinion down below. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.